It is time for the 2015 Book to Film Challenge announcement video. Hey everyone, it is Shannon. I am very excited to share that this year I'm doing a book to film challenge. And what that means is I have selected 12 titles that have adaptations in the works and I am going to be reading them. I put out a schedule and I'm going to read one a month and then I'll share my thoughts on them at the end of each month here on YouTube. Yay! Let's get right to the titles and here we go. The January selection is Black Beauty by Anna Sewell. And this was written in 1877. It's a children's literature novel, so don't let the fact that it's an older title, if like me, I sometimes have a harder time with some of the older titles, but I've already started. It's very easy to understand. It is a kid's book. Wanted to start things off light. And there you go, Black Beauty. I know we're halfway through the month, but I think most people could get through Black Beauty in the rest of the month that is left. So there we go. Number one. Number two, oh, it's also about a horse. This gives some context. I don't want to give too much context. I don't like spoilers on stuff, but I think it's safe to say that Black Beauty is about a horse. I think I knew that. I think that's all I knew. Actually, that is all I knew going in. The February selection is In the Heart of the Sea, The Tragedy of the Whaleship Essex. I didn't actually write this with the intention of sharing it. I'm just looking at how horrible my writing is. This is by Nathaniel Philbrick. It was actually written in 1999, but it's set in 1820, and it's a nonfiction book based on the actual events that inspired Moby Dick. Now, if this film is set for March 15th, 2015, wide release, big people involved. I'm not going to mention people involved because, again, one of the things I love about reading books is actually thinking about casting. Who would be good in this? How would they do that? You know, stuff like that. So I already think the casting in this is really good, and I haven't even started reading the book, but I'm not going to say what it is. Anyway, what I meant to say was if you saw any movies over the Christmas holidays, you probably saw a trailer for this, and the film is simply called In the Heart of the Sea. Looks really fascinating, and I am looking forward to that. The March selection is Far from the Madding Crowd by Thomas Hardy. This the film is coming out May 1st. There's already been trailers out, images. I've seen images. I haven't watched the trailer. I don't want to watch the trailer. I want to read the book. I'm very intimidated to read this classic novel. I did try one time before and had a really hard time understanding it, but since I've been reading more, I'm hoping it will stick more. But now that I have a physical copy, it feels a little less intimidating. So that made a difference in hopefully it will make a difference in this instance. So that is the March selection. The April selection is The Martian by Andy Weir. This is a science fiction / survivalist tale, and it is the most recent book. It is from 2012. I should not flip through it. Not gonna do that. I don't want to be spoiled on that. This film will be coming out in late November 2015. The May selection is Brooklyn by Colm. Tóibín. I think that's how you say it. It's set in 1950s. It is an Irish book. It's an Irish film, but it was written in 2009. This actually just played at Sundance, so that is really good news for it coming out. And I've been hearing some buzz about it, so that's always good because sometimes with adaptations, it's hard to tell when things will come out. Speaking of, June selection is The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. This is from 1894. It's a children's adventure novel, and it actually just got pushed. It was supposed to come out this October, but it's just got pushed to 2016. So it's still coming out, but it's coming out later. But still, we're reading it this year. Now on to our July selection, The Price of Salt by Patricia Highsmith. Yeah. From 1952, this is a lesbian cult classic pulp novel, and I'm really looking forward to this. I am not sure. It's coming out 2015 at some point. From the people involved, I have a feeling this is going to be very much an Oscar bait title, so I'm thinking it's going to be late either November or December, but date is still to be confirmed. Next up in August, we have The Story of Your Life. This is actually a short story that is available in the collection The Stories of Your Life, and it's by Ted Chiang, and it's a science fiction title. I always try and make sure I get as much science fiction as possible because we don't get as much, I find, adaptation-wise. Yeah, I'm really excited about that one. That is the August selection. And September selection, Frankenstein, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Oh my goodness gracious. I feel this is one that I really feel like I should have read at some point because there's been, I think, other Frankenstein adaptations. Yeah, there was I, Frankenstein. And although I'm glad I didn't read the book for that. It was fun in its own way, but it certainly wasn't very literary. But it's a book. It's a movie. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Anyway, the film will be called Victor Frankenstein and it's coming out October 2nd, 2015 this year. It's very exciting. Your Voice in My Head. This is the October selection. It is by Emma Forrest, and this is another nonfiction. It's a memoir. It's a memoir, and I'm really looking forward to this one. There's no release date set. The book only came out in 2011, and the more I hear about it, the more fascinating it sounds, and I'm really excited about it, but I don't want to know too much going in, so there's that. And then the November selection is The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. And this is a young adult fantasy novel about water horses. All good, all good. And this one is set in November, so of course I wanted to read it in November. And it's only just been announced that it's being adapted, so no release date on that one yet. And to complete the year, usually when I do any challenge, I just don't do something for December because in December I'm like, there's lots of holiday stuff to be involved in, and I also like to look at the year as a whole and stuff like that. So what I did is I compromised and I picked a story that's only 20 pages long, and that is The Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen. And I am very, very excited about this. This is, of course, is a fairy tale. Of course, it's been told many times before, probably most famously the Disney version. Although I remember one earlier that was much more upsetting. And I didn't like the Disney version. I can feel my subscriber count going lower by saying that. Anyway, I think I'm pretty sure it's a live action adaptation, but I'm not 100% sure. So there you go, The Little Mermaid. So those are the 12 titles that I have selected. Of course, you are more than welcome to play along. I will leave a link below I have a blog post with all the titles, and some I have a little bit more information about them. Many of them are public domain. Frankenstein, Far from the Maddening Crowd, Black Beauty, and there's at least one others. I'm sorry I didn't have physical copies to share. Mine are in the mail, but they're not arriving till the end of the month. The Martian just arrived yesterday, and I was like, I can't wait any longer. I can't wait any longer. So feel free to play along. And if you are going to, please let me know. And I'm just looking forward to reading and enjoying more books and more film adaptations. So there you go. That is the 2015 Book to Film Challenge. Thank you so much for watching.